I thought I was kind of just playing this role of this decadent rock guy, but then I realized it was me, and that didn't stop me. And getting out and then being, because then you have those, prison dreams until you wait for your trial.
I can't imagine.
Oh yeah,
I think that to me that is probably the scariest thing.
The scariest thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
And Car Con Carne today is on North Avenue in Elmhurst. We're at Hamburger Heaven. And this is a classic, old-school hamburger stand. I'm here with Michael McDermott, one of the best songwriters ever. I'm so lucky to have him sitting shotgun for this. One of the reasons I chose this place, besides its proximity to where you actually live, this place feels like a Michael McDermott song.
It does.
This feels...
That woman that served us,
I'm
going to write about her today. I don't know what I'm going to write, but I'm going to write something about her. I mean, wasn't she a character?
She was a character, and your songs are... They're stories. You've got characters, and this feels like something off... It could be off Willow Springs for all I know.
Right. That woman actually reminds me of a woman I used to smoke crack with. So that's what... Her voice was just very familiar to me.
Wait, you literally smoked crack before?
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Now, I know you struggled with
crack.
I know you struggled with drugs and addiction, and you talk openly about that, but I guess in my head, I thought I never knew anyone who actually did that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done it all, really, on that.
I mean, you're kicking the door wide open on this.
Yeah.
I mean, when the first album came out, was that kind of what brought you down that lane of hedonism?
Yeah, it was. I was talking about this the other day with a friend of mine, Brian Koppelman. He had said, he was the guy that signed me. He has that show Billions now on Showtime, and but we were driving down Sunset Boulevard. I maybe have been tipsy at one point. I was 20 or whatever, and so we were driving down Sunset Boulevard, and I said, "Show me the gutter, man." And he says, "Now,"
which, as a true storyteller, of course you want to see that.
Yeah,
of course. I mean,
because I never really been out of Orland Park. I've been in the city of Chicago. I went to New York once. That was kind of it. And so I wanted to see it. And so he says to this day, he said, "I wonder, I just didn't know you'd stay down there." And and he regrets. He said, "I wonder if maybe if we had never met, your life would have been better." I said, "No, man, I don't regret anything." And it got ugly. And but we'd go into a strip joint, and I couldn't look at the girls. I was, as they dance above you, he would put dollar bills, and I was too shy to look up. And I mean that now fast forward that 2 years later, and it was a very different story.
All these experiences have led you to where you are today. What was the worst?
Well, going to getting looking at 3 to 6 years in prison. That was scary. There's moments you never forget. And when someone takes your freedom away, that is a very startling, it's jarring, and and when I went there, it was. I was nervous, obviously, and it was. I was with a bad group of people, and I thought, and I was saying to myself as I sat there, these aren't my people. And then another voice in my head said, "Yeah, man, they are. You belong here." And that was really weird for me. I thought I was kind of just playing this role of this decadent rock guy, but then I realized it was me, and that didn't stop me. And getting out and then being. Because then you have those, prison dreams until you wait for your trial.
I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, to me, that is probably the scariest thing.
The scariest thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah. This could be my life for the next 3 to 6 years. We knew it wasn't going to be 6, but we knew it could be something. And so anyway, when I was let off, and, it's true that justice has a price, and, you could pay good lawyers, and they do things that other people can't, and it's unfortunate. But I'm in the same breath, thank God, but yeah. So then that day was a great day, knowing but then
a big exhale.
Yeah, but then it didn't stop. I kept pushing it further.
So you didn't learn your lesson.
After that, I specifically would score drugs to take flights to get caught, and I didn't. And I would go on.
So a total self-destructive.
I wanted out, and I wanted it over, and I wanted it over fast. And it was like the next step would have been suicide by cop.
And that seemed easier than
anything,
rehab.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. That just. I don't know why. That just didn't appeal. It didn't appeal to me at all. So and then I wouldn't get caught. And this was, post 9/11. I thought the high security. I mean, no one stopped me. So then you're in the new city with a bunch of drugs, and well, that worked out too. So it was a win-win. If I got caught, it was a win because I was going back and I was going down hard this time. And if I didn't, then I was going to have a hell of a good time in whatever city I was flying to.
I think the thing that surprises me, and we know each other, but I listen to you. I listen to your music. You're so smart, so articulate, so creative and talented. The idea that you could be...
That's stupid and much of a fucker.
I wasn't going to say stupid, but just led down that path and just stuck there. I mean, it makes me wonder how many other Michael McDermotts are out there wrestling with the same stuff.
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, countless.
Because, the cliche, the stereotype of someone who is drug addicted, just looking for the next score, is not the guy who gave us Gethsemane.
Right. Yeah, well, it was a very carefully crafted thing. And then it just got, I thought I could handle it. Like that's the thing, And people, and I know people that started heroin and that was, I've done it and but I didn't get its hooks in me like it did many of my friends. But I would always say, like, man, you play with fire, even as a drug addict myself. But then, they said, no, I got it. But it's just the dumbest thing you could ever say is like, no, you don't. And so anyway, after all that, I continued on that path. I was still like, fuck all, sorry. And then it was, it was what changed everything. I've been over 2.5 years almost clean and sober. And
pause for congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. And the first year was awful. And but now it's good, and now I'm just there's some level of regret just of the time I wasted, And now I'm just working so much, and I'm so happy to be working, and things are going so well that I just thought if I was doing this 15 years ago, like where, geez, what a waste.
But you can't have regret. I mean, really.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. You're right. Everything led me here, and everything led me to this album, even,
And I'll tell you, and feel free to eat your sandwich. Okay. We both got burgers here. We got. It says the first thing on the menu is like double burger with olives. Like that's their thing. Mm-hmm. Every restaurant has a thing. Yep. It would never occur to me to put green olives, and a lot of them on the burger. Holy crap!
You're going to have this car detailed after this.
Oh, after every episode, Michael. I don't know who you're kidding. This is a very tall stacked burger with olives.
It's quite good.
You've actually jumped in ahead of me. What do you think?
Very good. Yes, it's very good.
It's a total like diner burger.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but it's good. Did
we're not at Oshaval. We're not at Kuma's. It's we're at the corner of York and North and Elmhurst.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Talking about where you ended up. Here you are. New album, Willow Springs.
Yes.
I looking back on everything you've accomplished and everything you destructed or destroyed, it led you to this album, which I'll tell you, the first time I heard the title track, it gave me chills.
Oh, thank you.
Truly, I was listening to it last night. You probably saw I posted.
Mm-hmm, I did.
You accomplished more lyrically in those 6 minutes than most singer-songwriters do in 6 years.
Actually, I read that in the other room to my wife. I said, hey, James posted. But yeah, that's a massive thing. That song is kind of a massive
Is that
thing.
you? Is that your story?
What do you mean?
The title track.
Yeah, I mean, I think not to quote One Direction, but I think this album is the story of my life, really. And a lot of it's addiction-based or like kind of, getting past that finally. And but I certainly didn't want to make a record about that because that wouldn't be that interesting. But yeah, it's just about everything. I mean, it's about the loss of my father and the birth of my daughter, and it's just like, the cycle of everything, and those struggles that that seem insurmountable at times, but you get through them. This too shall pass.
The thing that struck me as I listened to that song in particular, your observational skills, the way you see the world, the way you see people. You describe them in ways that just wouldn't occur to normal people. I mean, there's a poetry to what you write.
Oh, thank you.
Have you written poetry outside of
No,
songwriting?
when I was younger, I did, but I just write, and so it's not necessarily I write for anything specific. So I get up, and now I have a very different life. I get up at 5:30 and I work before everybody in the house gets up, and I just go at it. And then it's the only 2 hours that there's not total chaos going on in the house. And then
Yeah, for me, those hours are about 10 to midnight.
yeah. See, but they're beautiful hours. I mean,
I'm so productive.
yeah, it's amazing.
Everyone's asleep.
And then when I hear the footsteps, and as happy as I am to see them, there's kind of a okay, it's over. Like, and if you're in the middle of something, it's like, oh no, could I just have a little more time? But yeah, so this is a culmination of everything. Like, and it's funny because this record, I just found out today that it's number 7 on the charts in Europe.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the Euro Americana chart, number 7. Like, oh my god,
That's fantastic.
yeah. So and then anyway, so I and all these amazing reviews and all that. But quite frankly, and somebody, even a reviewer asked, like, did you know you were doing something amazing? Like, I was like, no, man. Like, I kind of think if I put out a record, these are a good group of songs, and then when no one noticed, I thought it was, it's just funny that this album everyone seems to be like hearing, and maybe it is better. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know if it is, but it certainly the response has been insane.
And I can't help but notice you define some of your art geographically, where you are physically in that place and time.
Right,
Your first
right.
album, Willow Springs.
Right. It's a full circle kind of.
What's the significance of Willow Springs? Why is that where you live? Is that
Yeah, it was. I think it was a place of refuge, really, because we left the city after we were living in Edgewater, and it was getting a little dicey. There was triple homicide and shootings, and pretty frequently, and we had a daughter, a young girl, and we were walking around the front yard one day, and like we were barefoot, to get the sprinkler on or
Right.
something, and then like I almost stepped on like a hypodermic needle, which I was like, oh my god,
Nope.
yeah.
I have
know.
one more napkin,
Oh,
by
thank
the way.
you.
Let the record show. I asked the woman
Napkin.
behind the counter at Hamburger Heaven, are there napkins in the bag? She said yes. So I opened up the bag, and there were 4 of the thinnest napkins you've ever seen. And these burgers, look at this, Michael. I'm wearing a white shirt, which is so dumb. I've already dunked root beer all over it. This is terrible.
Yeah, no, I was prepared. That's why I dressed the way I did.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's standard rock and roll attire, though. You're all,
It is,
you're all
yeah.
in black. And you've shorn your locks, too. Not to sound all teen beat on you. But it's the first thing I noticed when I saw the cover of the new album.
Yeah, I don't know. It just needed something different, but
Is this mold on the bun?
oh my god, really?
Is that's totally mold, isn't it?
Certainly looks like it.
That is totally mold on the bun.
Yeah, the bun seems dry, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a green that I do not see on the olive.
Yeah, that's mine seems.
I'm good. That's it.
I'm good.
Yeah, all right.
And scene.
Bring on the French fries.
Yeah, I know. It's very bready, and it's very dry bread. Yeah.
And they have root beer on tap.
Yeah, and quite frankly, though, I was kind of expecting like some kind of mind blowing root beer. I mean, It's good. I mean, root beer's always good.
Root beer's always good.
They say like Woody Allen said about like pizzas and orgasms. I mean, even a bad one's still pretty good. So it's kind of like root beer. Even like a decent bad.
That's like a bumper sticker.
What do you think?
Yeah, pizzas and
I don't know
orgasms.
if you'd want orgasm on your car. The word orgasm on your car. I saw a Van Halen Jeep driving up to Lake Geneva last.
A Van Halen Jeep?
Yeah. So he had the spare tire was the Eddie Van Halen's guitar colors, red and black and white, and then he had the VH like wings on the side. And I said to Heather, I said, "Boy, the resale of that's going to be tough. I think."
Totally tough. And if you're going to throw that much enthusiasm behind Van Halen, he wasn't supportive from the first album through the last.
Right.
That band failed him at some point, whether it was Hagar, whether it was Sharon, whether it was 1984. At some point, that band let him down. So it's a bold statement to make.
He is. I forgot about the other guy.
Yeah. And really courageous to say, this is my band.
A nice reference. You pulled it right out.
Thank you.
What's his name?
Gary Sharon.
Yeah. Right.
It didn't work out so well.
It didn't, though.
So, all right, you talked about when you started and, goals, and you're on the charts, and this is all fantastic now. Back in the day, when you put out the first album,
Yeah.
the goal was probably just, I'm going to be huge. I'm going to be
Yeah.
the next Mellencamp, the next Springsteen,
It
whatever.
was positioned that way, yeah.
What's the goal these days?
Heather asked me that as I was leaving the house, and we got into a bit of a fight. She's like, what is it you want? And like, because I said, the chart thing, and she's like, why aren't you more happy? And I said, well, it doesn't mean anything, really. I mean, and the reviews don't really mean anything. It's just some guy's opinion. So if you believe the good stuff, you got to believe the bad stuff,
True.
too. And
I agree with that.
And you don't want to get too caught up in it. And I said, all these things are great. They are great, and I'm not pissing on it, but it's I don't know what the goal is. I mean, the goal is just for more people to hear the music, and I guess that's ultimately all any artist would want, really. And then she's like, yeah, and then what? And I said, well, then more people will come to the shows, and then what?
At that
I
point,
said,
she's just fucking.
Yeah, I said, I know. I said, what are you asking me? Like, I know totally. Like, what the meaning of life is? What would make me? She's like, and then she said, will that make you happy? I was like, I don't fucking know. Like, so like, what will make me happy? I can think of a few things. Ending this conversation would be at the top of the list.
Can we go for ice cream now?
I'm going for a burger with James. I got to get out of here. I'm late.
That's right.
That was why I was late.
I've got some moldy bread to eat.
Right.
In the heart of Elmhurst.
Some, very mediocre root beer.
I think the traditional model for root beer is that it is flat. It's not carbonated.
Right.
But sometimes the flat root beer surprises me.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I don't love it.
I don't love it either.
Yeah.
And I wanted caffeine, so that's, So.
Yeah, I'm looking back with the same kind of regret. I could have gone for a Diet Coke.
Yeah. You know what I do? I do the half and half. Everywhere I go. And everyone does it. Like, hey, do you have Coke or Pepsi? And if they say Pepsi, can I get a half diet, half regular? Like a half and half? And it's great.
Interesting strategy. My dream, when I become a millionaire, Michael, the things I want to buy, in order, a skee ball machine.
Huh?
I love skee ball.
What's skee ball again?
It's like the alley that you roll a ball up in with the rings.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. If you do really well, if you get like the 100 in the center, you get like 10 tickets. It's good stuff. And then have to get a redemption center with it.
And you don't see those that many places like D&B or Dave & Buster's or
not that often.
Yeah.
That's why I want to get one while I still can. Pinball game, preferably Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Wow.
Big fan. And a Coca-Cola freestyle machine. So I could do exactly what you're talking about. When you go to the movie theater?
Yeah.
You can get I want cherry Coke Zero mixed with a little bit of grape Fanta.
Right.
I can do that.
Do that, yeah.
So I'm a man of really modest goals and dreams.
God knows I'm not asking for much.
There's that line. Speaking of God, faith and spirituality come up in your music. They come up, or a reference. I hear the word God mentioned in your music. Is faith a part of who you are, or is it a constant question?
Constant question. It used to be a huge part, and if in the lyric books, God is not capitalized, and I did that very intentionally and even my sister, like in the song Folk Singer, I say I don't want to be a Christian anymore, and she's like, "What do you? I mean, why would you write that?" And I was like, "Oh, Margie," So our family was very steeped in it, so obviously the imagery and it's part of my vernacular and the allegories and all that, but I have a tough time with it.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah. Where are we going for lunch?
Right. I think there's a Panera.
I was starving.
There's a Jersey Mike's across the street, which looks lovely. Sure,
this is a three-parter with Michael McDermott. Then we're going to go for dinner.
Yeah, it's a lunch crawl, for sure.
Right. We don't drink anymore, but damn, do we eat? Does that guy eat? Take it down.
That's the thing. I don't drink, and so this.
You don't drink?
I don't. So this is a total.
Did you ever drink?
A long time ago. I used to be a bartender. I bartended at Dick's Last Resort downtown,
sure.
Which is hell on earth.
Yeah.
To be absolutely clear, that place is the worst. And their whole shtick is you got to be an asshole to the patrons. You got to
Do you have to really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, which is exhausting.
Did they encourage
oh yeah, that's the shtick. Obnoxious,
really,
sarcastic.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Wow. Okay.
Oh, it's totally exhausting. And I bartended there for a while. I waited tables. When you see people from the other side of the bar, you realize how disgusting you are when you're that guy.
Oh, wait. So
as a bartender, I would see people on the other side of the bar
now you see them.
and realize, oh man, they're awful. They're awful human beings. And then I realized, wait, I am that awful being.
Right? Yeah.
I'm no different when I'm that guy. And ick.
Right.
It was kind of like a scared straight thing.
We had the same revelation.
Yeah.
This is where we both told the same story.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. Right. So did you find that carried over? Like you'd be an asshole at work, and then you'd go home and you'd be an asshole to your girl, and
a little bit. I definitely was a little more.
Or could you turn it off? I mean, like an actor, like.
No, I think I carried through a lot of that kind of snarky, sardonic.
Yeah, I would think so. And that's
It's an icky way to live.
It really is. It's kind of clever if you see a guy everyone's. It's like like I have many English friends and they're all like the English sarcasm is really great for like dinner, and then at the end it's like you want to punch. I mean, you just want to drive a nail through their head. It's just like nonstop sarcasm and snarkiness.
So all right, this episode's going to hit first week of July, which is in advance of City Winery.
Yeah.
All right, so the date for that show is
July 29th.
Excellent. And you're just going to roll out a lot of the new albums?
Yeah, probably all of it, and then the hits from the past.
I love it. This new album's so good.
Thank you.
Do you feel like this is it? Like this is the culmination of everything?
Yeah, it's already like I haven't had reviews like this since the first record, so it's 25 years since I've wow, that's been a long time, and yeah, so it's great. I don't, I'm. If Heather thinks I'm ungrateful, and it's not that I'm ungrateful, that I don't seem excited. I just kind of don't get it. Like I thought I've been putting out records like this for the last 25 years, but no one seemed to notice.
You have.
Yeah.
But this album's really good. And Getaway Car is such another great storytelling song.
Okay, we can do that.
Oh, you...
Or whatever.
I'm not calling out requests.
Okay.
This is all, you brought a guitar, you're playing in the backseat of a Mazda 3. I have no grounds
I
on which to tell you what to do.
Listening to your podcast, I didn't know what a Mazda 3 was, and it's nice. I thought
a little bit smaller than most.
It's like, yeah, this is all very nice. I didn't know what to expect, so I'm pleasantly surprised.
Well, I have real microphones.
Yeah.
I'm not like pointing an iPhone at you.
Right. Talk a little louder.
Yeah. Sing for me. All right, so let's. I'm going to hit pause.
Okay.
Let's bring a guitar in the back seat.
Great.
Let's throw away the moldy food.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best for my guest, Michael.
Right. And he made me pay too, which is
that's not true. That is not true. That is absolutely false. Let the record show. I take care of my guests.
He paid.
Thank you. All right, we're going to pause.
Okay.
Michael McDermott is sitting in the back seat of my Mazda 3. He brought a guitar. That's a really cool, old-looking guitar.
It is. It's like a 1954 parlor guitar.
A 54?
Yeah, which I bought for $150 on eBay of somebody. I don't think they knew what they had. I mean, they're not really expensive, but it's just it so
looks like
old.
it's in great shape.
Yeah, it's great shape, and you don't know who made it. Some guy, and the neck back here, James. If you could feel that, because it's like a piece of wood. They just it's not smooth and small. So it's all awkward. It's great.
This is the kind of guitar, again, like this restaurant, the kind of guitar I would expect Michael McDermott to own and play.
Right.
All right, so you're going to play. What are you thinking you feel comfortable doing in the backseat?
I'm going to do the title track, Willow Springs. Yeah.
I said it before. Love this song to death. Love this album. All right, Michael McDermott, you are now officially performing live in the backseat of a car.
Love it. Diner's dark with dreams undone. Narcotic nightingales have sung the tortured songs for everyone in the cavalcade. Apocalyptic subway dreams, the alleys and the in-betweens, the horse and buggies symphonies, the fools there and some would say. Pimps and pushers, presidents, the paupers preach the tenements, the cowboys code the parliaments, the coming judgment day. Bible thumpers, Jesus freaks, conservatives and hippie geeks, rehearsing for the rapture with the fools out on parade. Falling at the foot of an altar so great, I never understood why heaven would have a gate. I searched all over like a piper at the gates of dawn, but maybe it was you all along. Now there's a handbasket bound for hell. I got me 2 tickets from a wishing well, and life is just a carousel. So babe, let's both get off. The doctor said you're looking pale. I said I just came from the jail. Said buy a cross, forget the nails. Now turn your head and cough. A longing look, a dying rose, an ancient warrior-like pose. The Savior's wearing sweatshop clothes, but ain't he looking fine? The news is all so fucking bleak. I think my eyes have sprung a leak. Strength is built upon the weak, and the rich are deemed divine. I've wandered through the wasteland for 40 days and nights, pondered frustration, but could never really see the light, squandered salvation, but with you I feel so strong. And maybe it was you all along. Now the brokenness is plain to see, the emptiness, the misery, and not even the birds are free. They're chained to the sky, cannonballs and musketeers, the king's men drinking dollar beers and whisper in the hungry ears of the dreams that pass us by. I don't believe in karma much, but maybe I'm too out of touch, 'cause I've used faith just like a crutch of such a helpless man. Been chasing my tail in the yard, didn't know that things could get so hard. So many nights I fell apart from all I couldn't understand. For so long I've been running, for so long I've been scared, so unbecoming. For so long I've been impaired, for so long singing the words to the same old song. And maybe it was you all along. I've been beaten down but never out, enveloped myself with my doubt. I turned to the heavens and began to shout, man, is this all you got? Fuck this noise, I told the man, I'm headed for the promised land. Gonna build me a castle in the sand, I ain't asking for a lot. But then suddenly it occurred to me, I think I know what it is I need, and that which I was trying to be were two separate things. Been looking high and looking low, for God knows what God only knows, to be loved and respected in the safety of your wings. Maybe it was angels, or maybe it was God, maybe a stranger, or some kind of lightning rod, maybe a spirit, or maybe the saints beyond. Maybe it was you all along. Capos, capos, the culpable, the glass of life seems pretty full. Your love is so indelible, may it never go away. Saints and sinners, sepulchres, the hustlers, harlots, harbingers, the jester dances, moonbeams, if you'd stay out of his way. Then the lanterns light the way, did walk in tongues to talk, to even talk. I swear to God it's not my fault, ain't it what we love to say? Caverns crave the crooked mind, sacrosanct sardonic time, the search for what we'll never find. Man, it's always been this way. Maybe I'm a lion, or maybe just a lamb, for so long trying, but still can't understand. It seems so simple, like 7 silver sailing swans. Maybe it was you all along. Maybe it was you all along.
Oh my God. Willow Springs, recorded right here in the backseat of the car. Michael McDermott, that was phenomenal. Truly. Goosebumps again.
Thank you.
Chills. I have a lot of hair and it all stood on end as you played that. Can you do one more?
Sure, I'd love to.
Are we going to stick to Willow Springs?
Yes, I am.
All right.
This is a song called Getaway Car. Okay, ready? I thought they had me up in Crown Point like they had John years ago. I thought they had me surrounded. There's one thing that they didn't know, that I had me a plan. I'm not as dumb as I look. This bird ain't meant for caging. I'm no ordinary dime store crook. Well, tonight I'm bound for glory, drinking
car. I got a sweet little story about where the fallen angels are. I gotta get away. Car. It seemed I was doing more than 90 by the Mason-Dixon line. I had a road map of Rhode Island, but I was cornered in a cornfield in Caroline. Boxed back in Branson, had a safe house in Tennessee. I keep a Polaroid on the dashboard of a baby boy who looks a lot like me. Well, tonight I'm bound for glory, drinking lightning from a jar. I got a hangman in my head, my love, and a wall in my backyard. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. And by this time tomorrow, if the creek don't rise, I'll be near the border of paradise. Well, tonight I'm bound for glory, drinking lightning from a jar. I got a hangman in my head, my love, and a wall in my backyard. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. I gotta get away, I gotta get away, I gotta get away, car. I gotta get away, car.
Every time you play, you swing for the fences. Like, you don't hold back in the backseat of a Mazda 3.
No, I was thinking it's so cool. I'm in a car.
Yeah.
I'm in a car, and I'm singing Getaway.
It's just like playing, say, House of Blues or
Yes,
Metro or
sure.
even the United Center, really.
Right, it is.
All right, so I had super fun having you here. Did you
I
have fun
did
doing
too,
the show?
James. I loved it. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Now we'll go hit the second restaurant on our tour de force of the.
Yeah.
Is this the western suburbs?
Yeah. I suppose. I've never been. I don't think I've ever even been to Elmhurst, quite frankly.
I think I drove through it once on my way to Addison. I worked in Addison for like
Yeah.
a year. Horrible experience, but I think that's my limited
I mean,
knowledge.
this place, for those listening, it's really the cutest looking burger place you'd ever want to see. You know, it's like right out of 1956 or something.
Exactly. All right, so you have the show at City Winery at the end of
Yes.
July.
Yes.
And then what's the rest of 2016 look like?
Well, we're gonna do a just kind of Midwest stuff, and then doing an East Coast tour, and then then going south through Atlanta and through Texas and all that, and then start the new year out west.
So
Or no,
all right,
yeah, we're doing Northwest in August, then East Coast in October, and then South in late October. Yeah.
So for those of us in Chicago, July is it? Probably are you doing
July's
the holiday show?
Yeah, I'm doing probably three nights at City Winery at the end of the year, around Christmas.
Awesome. And the new album is Willow Springs. You are tremendous.
Thank you, James.
Thank you
are
so
too.
much for doing this.
Thank you.